Blade Talk with Scab and Joe.
The American experiment requires us all to push the boundaries.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Sit back, relax. We got a pretty good show here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blade Talk. Let me get this thing off of my face here. I think it was actually going to be right in front of my face. Welcome, everybody, to Blade Talk. Thanks for joining us so early in the morning. This is probably the earliest Blade Talk we've ever done, but it is Christmas Eve, and we welcome everybody into the room. Happy holidays to everyone for everything that you celebrate. And especially this time of year, guys, support and appreciation for our veterans. And that's what we're simply saying is obviously there's, the case of 22 a day, but, we're just saying basically this time of year, more than ever, veterans, you are welcome on our channels. Sit back, relax, have a good time with us, and enjoy. And to each and every one of you from my channel, JS Playcraft, I want to thank you for a great year of support. And to everyone at Choir Boys Outdoors, all the subscribers and all the supporters from Choir Boys, welcome into the room. And all the passerbyers to see why two idiots are basically doing a live on Christmas Eve. We welcome you as well. So without further ado, let's bring my good friend and partner into the room, Mr. Scab, and I'll shut off the music. Scabs, I don't want to noise you.
Yeah, it's wearing me out.
Yeah, it's ready. I think I'll start it off that way, and then we'll cut it off.
Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Thank you for doing this, Joe. We started off, I think, joking about doing it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, that's a good idea. So for those of you in the room, for those of you watching later, thank you for joining us. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. It's going to be a fun show. What's on the docket for today?
Well, I think what we're going to do is we'll see where it goes from here. But first of all, let me welcome everybody into the room. I actually just brought up the chat. Jerb's obviously front and center. You have a new member. Let's bring him in. He's a new member of yours. Just joined this morning.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, man.
So thank you for joining to Scab's channel.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
Isaac is in the room. Vadam, Outlaw, thanks for coming in, buddy. Angry Jagalob, everybody is here. Captain Electro, thank you for being it. Actually, this is great because Electro, he's never able to join our lives.
Yeah,
because we're always doing, a time when he's working, and he's usually like kind of having the phone to his ear, just trying to listen in. So Cap, thanks for being. I'm glad you're here.
Man, thanks for being here.
Donation from you from Frank. Frank, thanks for the donation.
Thank you, Frank.
Appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Garen is in the room. Freedom Frog, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Frogman is here.
Frog.
Donald's in the room. EDC for Fun is in the room. Richard is in the room. We got a nice packed room.
Richard.
Welcome everybody. Seriously, thanks for being here. But yeah, I put in it's pretty interesting. I actually wanted to kind of occupy some of this live with it, but if a couple of you remember, but some who don't, I put out a short probably about a week and a half ago, Scab, I don't know, and it was about if you had to pick one brand of knife for life, like you couldn't shop at any other brand, and this was the brand you had to stick with for life, which brand would you choose that would basically satisfy all of your knife needs, your EDC carries, camping, bushcrafting, self-defense, if you want your big choppers, everything that you could possibly need in a knife in this brand, which brand would you stay with? And I actually made some notes as far as what people chose. There was obviously some overwhelming favorites. And I'm going to tell you right now, the overwhelming favorite from that short was Cold Steel. I mean, I
That
can't go wrong.
really, truly, honestly, I had, from what you and I were talking about before we ever went on, and your choice, and I'm going to let you reveal that. But really, there's three companies, in my opinion. And guys, here's the deal. There's some great, great knife companies. But I think in the spectrum of what Joe's talking, everything, one knife brand for life. Kind of think about that, from folders to pocket fixed blades, choppers, to you can do, if you keep it in that knife realm. But Cold Steel, dude, they take a lot of heat, they take a lot of hate. But I'm gonna tell you, I got about 80 pieces of it, and that could have been. There's three that could have been my top choice. Obviously, I went with Work Tough Gear.
Right.
What was your choice, Joe?
The funny thing is, my choice is a choice that didn't come up at all in the short, even in the room right now, because a lot of people putting in Giant Mouse, some more Cold Steel, Bach River, Schwade, KHI, Phobos. A couple people are pretty much putting their stuff in, but nobody chose, which I'm so surprised, the company that some of you have heard of, Tops. I mean, Tops, as far as I see, has a knife for everyone. There's really nothing that Tops doesn't have that you wouldn't be looking for. Anything from the big choppers to the small knives to the bushcrafting knives to self-defense knives to tools. I mean, what's your take on that? What do you think about that, Scab?
Oh, look, they could have been in my. That could have been. Yeah, I could have went Work Tough Gear, Cold Steel, or Tops.
Very difficult. It's a difficult decision
Because of the just the selection. And guys, that's the thing. Now, if you said, Scab, what is the one knife maker, your belt knife maker? Well, that gets really tough, because now you start going around like you think Mark River, Fiddleback Forge, or I'll be honest with you, Survive Knives. If you go folders, then there's Zero Tolerance, there's Buck, there's all of these brands, Kershaw, and I just went completely blank on that shit. So y'all put in the comments, y'all put in the comments for folders. If we just said, okay, one knife brand for the rest of your life, folder, what would it be? And Spartan, honestly, because that's what I'm carrying today, my Spartan Harsey folder.
Right.
Or Swiss Army knife, Victorinox.
Well, Spartan knives, I mean, you're getting everything from them anyway. You're getting great folders and you're getting some amazing fixed blades as well. So they're giving you a lot of stuff there too. But the you know what the good thing is that a lot of the companies that people chose are good, solid American companies.
Yeah.
And it's understandable, because I mean, let me actually go through the list with you a little bit. Obviously a lot of people pick Buck. Isaac, I think, picked Buck. No, Isaac actually picked Emerson, which is never a bad choice.
Can't go wrong with it.
And listen, there's no, guys, I understand something. There's no wrong answer. Me personally, I was looking for an everything company that if I wanted a folder, it's in my pocket. If I wanted a fixed blade, it's in my pocket. If I wanted a big chopper, it's in my pocket. But there's no wrong answer, whatever you want to stay with, What's that?
There's a Buck.
Oh, that's the Buck. Okay.
A limited edition, dude. This thing, I hate this camera. This thing is just dope, man.
Oh, look at that handle. That's got to be comfortable, man.
Bro, this one, and I'll tell you the truth, guys. And yeah, there ain't no wrong answers, man. There's no. This is your choice, and I don't want to influence that. When it comes to Buck, and people, but if you said, Scab, this is your knife for the rest of your life, or hey, we're going to give you a folder, this Skinner, and like a Buck 120, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm game. You're always gonna be. I'd always be a little aggravated because I love knives so much, but as far as real use necessity, I'm good. It's got that Paul Boss heat treat.
Buck has everything. Captain said if he had three, he would do Tops for kitchen stuff, Cold Steel for outdoors, and Spyderco in the pocket.
That's a great choice.
Yeah, and with Spyderco, a lot of people pick Spyderco. Also, as well, Spartan blades. We have
Bushcraft rebooted pick Spartan blades.
Yeah,
That's
can't go
that's an
wrong.
amazing choice. You can't go wrong with Spartan, man.
And
Obviously,
you guys, now you guys do know that me and Bill Harsey are friends, right? I like to mention that at least every couple of blade talks.
every couple.
I just sent him.
You
He
would do.
just
You
sent
would
me
do to
a,
mention it. You didn't mention it last time.
well, let me throw it in again.
Spyderco. A lot of people pick Spyderco.
Yeah, great
Especially because
company.
they got the fixed blades too. I mean, they're solid knives. As far as I mean, I personally don't really love Spyderco, but that it had nothing to do with the knife brand. Knife brand is amazing. I personally just don't like to look at them, but it has 9 out here or there. But
Have
Spyderco
you ever
always
carried
good.
one, Joe?
But that's the problem. I never carried one. I knew if I carried one, I'll be like, wow, the knife is great. But I just
Well,
overall
I
look, I
never.
just don't like, you know.
It's got kind of that. Somebody, I think Carl had called it kind of that woodpecker look, and it does. Kirk, who is a godsend, and guys, let me just say this real quick. Merry Christmas to you, Kirk, if you're watching. He's up in South Carolina. If you're new in the knife game and you got a buddy that loves knives, kind of pair up with that buddy. Man, I love knives my whole life, carried one my whole life. When I met Kirk, I believe 2017 or 18, the whole game kind of changed for me. And Kirk's one of those, y'all see him on the channel. He's a no nonsense guy. You know, you like what you like. I'm gonna make fun of you if I don't like it, but he doesn't interfere with that. And he gave me a Spyderco PM2, and I've been in love with it ever since. Now, and Scott, Big Bore Knife and Gear, awesome dude, gave me that Yo Jumbo. Now that Yo Jumbo, I love. I may send that one to you to check out.
Yeah.
Um,
That I know is a nice looking knife. That's a nice
I
looking.
think that would fit you because of the, you know, you do the katana, you do the, and this is definitely kind of that, you know.
This was interesting because D-Bay Kukri Gator Tail. There was somebody that chose. I think it was actually Stephanie.
Good choice.
Obviously, Stephanie.
Good
The Kukri
choice.
House. The Kukri House. Kukri House
Well, and
makes amazing
listen,
stuff.
Donnie's designs, I would carry that. That's another one. If you said SCAB, you got to carry the little big man, the preacher, and the ego killer.
He's
For
got
those,
everything you need.
I'm good. I'm good. I love Donnie's designs. I always have. I talked to him one day this week. And the thing I think about Donnie's designs, and you know this, you kind of coordinated and collabed with him. The one thing you always got to know about Donnie's designs is they're going to be good in hand.
Yeah,
they're going to be good in hand.
They're going to be comfortable. They're going to be balanced. You know, they're going to last. They're going to take a beat, and they're going to work. I mean, that's basically how how he approaches them. You know, he approaches them for the user. He approaches them how he would want to see a knife, perform in his own hands. So that's basically how he performs. But there's another company that somebody chose also from the PAL, which I'll share them on screen as well, which was interesting. I haven't seen them before. Kalash. It's this company called Kailash. It's from Nepal. They're also a Nepalese company that look at this one over here. That looks like a crazy chop. Look at that forward cante. That's got to be a crazy chopper, man.
That's really wicked.
That looks nice. This looks nice. So this is a company I have never. You know what the interesting is about this type of thing, Scab? People start throwing at the wall, like throwing knife companies that you've never heard of before. And it's an interesting topic because you start getting all these other things. This is another company, Falneven, I believe it's called. It's a Swedish knife. Falneven, yeah, Swedish knives. I've heard of them, but I've never heard of them. I mean, I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them before.
Bro, put me on the big screen real quick.
Yeah.
This is the one JR sent, the A1X.
That's it. I see it. I'm looking at it right now on the other side.
This thing, I did a short on it. That thing is 7 millimeters.
Oh wow, that's nuts.
And I believe this is. Let me double check. I believe this is I believe it's the VG10 or the laminated cobalt. But that thing is just, I got the damn paper, Joe. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up. Tell me, I'll bring it up on the other side too.
Laminated COS is what this is. It's just wicked, man. JR sent 3 Falcon Evens another knife brand that, you know, if you said, hey, Scab, because Richard actually gave me, I think, an F1. And man, I love that damn little knife. That's one I put in my pocket a lot.
And
And
let me
here's,
tell you, these
here's,
things are not
here's,
cheap. These things are not cheap.
no, oh shit, no.
These
Oh,
things are expensive. The
I talked
F1,
to,
oh
dude,
my
look
God.
up the Odin. I got one of those coming.
Where's the Odin from?
It felt even.
Oh, it is Odin? Okay, let
Yeah.
me see if I can search it somewhere.
Now, JR sent one, man, and this should shock no one, but he sent one that's pretty hard to get. This one. It's from the Northern Light series, and this is the laminated cobalt. It's the Iatun, IDUN, but I believe it's Iatun, who was a Norse goddess. Check that out, Joe.
Yeah, I have the Odin up right now, but that looks great too. The Odin looks like a Randall.
The Odin is badass, man. One of those is coming to check out. But look at that. I mean, that's, jeez. They do. I know Hansel and Gretel over there love, love, love. They love them. And they do it, and guys, I don't mean any disrespect. I love DBK. They do a phenomenal job. They love Phil Even, and I don't blame them. Good company. Now their LMAX stuff is made in Japan, but still, I mean, just high quality, good knives. Let's do this.
Yeah, nice looking, really nice looking knife, man.
Let's do this because I think it's natural to drift towards some of the more expensive stuff. I've got a knife here, and it'll fall in line. Guys, if you got a Joker knife, let me know in the comments, because here's a company, and I'll say this for Joker, they're a Spanish company. I'll say this for them. If you handed me, you know, this and one of their bigger knives, I'm good. Look at that. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is 14C 28N. The wood handles. I know Gerbs will love that. Shout out to Gerbs.
Love Gerbs.
He was like, man, why in the world are y'all going to do it so early? He's 3 hours behind us.
Yeah.
But this knife, Joe, if you look at it, it's just gorgeous. And guys, I apologize. I don't have all my lights set up. But this thing's $85.
Yeah, no, the Joker's giving you some really good craftsmanship for really, you know, under $100. I mean, a lot of their knives are sub 100, and they're giving you some really amazing knives that you can physically use, and you can, you know, you can use it.
Look, I think in the 70s, and it's crazy that we're talking about budget knives. Well, it's under $100. That's a good deal. Dude, 20 years ago, people would be having a stroke, but we're not going to get into all the politics, but life just happens, you know, and the prices go up, you know, all that. But Joker is a knife, and here, we'll do a side by side. If we're talking about a knife company for life, one knife company, and that's a hell of a statement.
It is.
That was really a great short.
It's tough. It's tough that you really got to think about
it. And people get the wrong idea all the time with me. I am not quote unquote sponsored. I don't make any money off Work Took Gear. I'm just sold on Work Took Gear because they're good people and they make a hell of a knife. Guys, I got about 200 videos of Work Took Gear now. So that's it. And I want to say this, I'm wearing a Work Took Gear shirt, but it's because I believe in what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's also because there's so many, how many hours of usage did you log on their knives, and you know about their blades, you know about their heat tempering, you know what they can go through, and you obviously formed an opinion of them for yourself, you know.
Now here's the buck, the special edition. And if Isaac's still in the room, guys, hey guys, listen, if you have a channel, Gerbs is probably posting a link, but shout out to all the content creators, man. Here's the buck, and I don't look that one up, Joe, because I don't know what it runs. It's the Buck limited edition
Hold on.
Paul Bossy treat S35VN. Let me get you a name on it. It actually, the paperwork didn't come with a name, but it's a honey or the actual honey.
Maybe if I bring in limited edition or something.
Yeah, because even the paperwork, JR is usually really, really good. He always sends paperwork. But here's the buck.
Limited
Here's
edition.
the joker. And guys, I promise, once I hit 100,000, we're going to upgrade the equipment.
Oh, I think I got it. Let me see your knife. I think I got it. I think I got it.
It's Randall-esque. It really is.
I think I got it. Let me know if this is it. I think this is it. Where are you, Buck? Vanguard. Oh, it's a 192 Vanguard Pro.
Okay.
I think that's it.
How much?
270, 276, whatever, 275.
Okay. Beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. But it's when you hold them side by side, this joker, I made a comment in the comments the other day. You could put $100 on this price tag on this joker and nobody would bitch.
Yeah. I mean, Spanish knives, I mean, and you mentioned it before, and I agree, Spanish knives in general, the Spanish, they make some good knives.
They do.
There's a lot of good Spanish companies that
That
make good
Geotech joker, I mean, there's a lot of Spanish companies.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody? I wonder if we got anybody in the chat, or if you're watching on the rewatch from another continent, from Europe or from Africa or Asia. If you're watching, tell us what you would choose. I'm fascinated by it. And I wanted to kind of cover this topic too, Joe. When I ask, and I think you're the same, when I ask, hey, you know, what's in your pocket? I know it's kind of cliche, but I honestly want to know. I'm fascinated by that. I'm fascinated by what people like and what they carry and how they, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that something, is that something that, you know, or for you as a content? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer because half of it's content for me, but there's always that
Well,
part of
there's
me.
always an interesting thing to see what people levitate to and why they levitate to them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm always amazed at how many people tell me they love Spyderco. Not that I'm amazed, but I'm like, you know, it's just people love their knives. People love Spyderco. People, and there's your cold steel fanatics. There's people that just will live and die with a cold steel in their pocket. You know, they can always swear by a cold steel. The most interesting answer that we got that I was waiting for. I think I made that competition. I put up that short for one person. That was JR. I wanted to know what JR's choice was for the brand that he would live and die with. And he actually went with Bark River knives, you know, and I don't know if you guys know JR, but he's probably one of the foremost knife collectors that we know of anywhere in this knife community. It's crazy. And yeah, he went with Bark River.
He's probably contributed 60 to 70% of my content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
You know, and Bradford Knives, a lot of custom knife companies, Jerry
Great
Hopkins
company.
Custom Knives, Hinderer. I mean, it just it was great. I'm really happy we did this because it was we got some great interesting answers, and it's also again just furthering it on having that curiosity, say like, what are people really into out there? And it's always great when they start bringing to the forefront these companies that you never really hear about, but people really love for a certain reason. So it's the knife community, the knifedom today is a big world, man. It's a lot of stuff out there. It really is.
It is.
You know?
Well, here's the truth. You know, there's a company I wanted to talk a little bit about too, and get everybody's opinion on, and that's Survive Knives. Now, the reason I want to talk about it and keep it in this format is this: they make, in my opinion, one of the best belt knives out there. However, there's a lot of things going on there. I know there's people that have ordered knives as far back as 2015, 2016, and still haven't got them. And I think one of my most watched videos is entitled "The Perfect Knife," but it's about survived knives, and half the comments praise them, half of them, and I'm never ever going to get mad at somebody if they ordered a knife in 2016 and still don't have it. You know, I post what you want, but has anybody in the chat had any dealings with them? Because I'd like to know. And with me on my channel and you and your channel, I'm not really brand centric. You know, we go about the function of the knife. That's what I care about. But I do wonder what the overall opinion out there is.
Guys, put that in there, but also a couple people telling us what they're carrying. So you got a Hungry Jackal bringing UK Victorinox, Spartan SAK, Pocket SCAB, new addition to the TBS Badger. What else are people carrying? I know Captain Electro put it in there too. Glad you asked. Got a line steel dome in my back pocket right now on the table in front of me is a Spartan Kukri. You love that thing, I know that. And a cold steel drop forged dagger. What's up, Warrior? I carried the Work Tough Gear Lynx and Wolverine while fighting fires this year. Excellent. And I can honestly say that my life on Work Tough Gear. Yeah, I mean, it's
the same one.
That's it. Listen, when you know and you use them and you have them and they get you through tough situations, you form your opinion about them, and that's where it comes from. And that's the interesting thing. It's the users, the people who physically use them and know why they want them and why they want them in their pockets, you know. I'm carrying a Spyderco. I have the cheating kinds and the
Yakuchi. I love that knife.
Yeah, these are all great knives from Spyderco too.
So I think that's the thing too, when you ask the question, I think your diehard folks, there's a reason they pick what they pick.
Yeah.
You know, just fighting fires with Work Tough Gear, or there's a story just about behind every knife.
Yeah.
And that isn't as much important to the knife community as anything. I guarantee you today, tonight, tomorrow, there will be a bunch of knives given as gifts that 25, 30 years from now will be brought up if everything's still around on YouTube and the knife community. I'm sure it will be. But there'll be knives 25 years from now brought up from this Christmas. Hey, my dad gave me this. My brother gave me this. They're not with us anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, I was in a wreck, had to cut my wife out of a seatbelt.
Yep.
Those are things that we're going to hear. And that's the beauty of the community. There's always turds. You know, I made the short saying we're going to talk some shit. I'm not. It's Christmas Eve, so I'll leave all the trolls alone. But the community as a group, we don't always have to agree or like each other. There's plenty of people don't like me. There's plenty of people I don't like. But we have that common bond. Hey, I was in this situation. This knife was on me. I'm diehard. There's nothing you can tell me bad about it. I think that's where some of that comes from, Joe.
I have a question that somebody came up about the contest. Maybe if you want to answer it,
Sure.
Let me bring that up here. Brian had said, "Scab, did you get an answer on the rules involved in the sheath for the competition?"
Here's my thing with the sheath, and what Brian was asking is, can someone else make the sheath? I think for this competition, we need it all to be made in-house. I need everybody to make everybody. And let me just say this, Brian. It's a great question, and thank you for bringing it up. But I feel like with this situation, we need to keep it in-house. Now, the sheath is not going to hurt you, okay? So if you don't have a Jed Hornbeak level sheath, it's not going to hurt you. This is a knife making contest. And that was the vast majority, buddy. I did come up with that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Well, I think you guys mentioned it before, that it's just got to do its job. It's just got to protect the knife, protect you from the knife, and hold it in place. That's basically it. Yeah.
And here's the other side. It's not going to ding you. But I want to keep everything in-house and everybody making their own stuff, because that could lead to a slippery slope. So that's that. I apologize for not getting back with you on that.
Right. It's just a safety. It's just a safety thing.
Yeah.
It's just to hold the knife. That's basically it. So I don't think it's like if you're not get if you don't have like Jet One Beak level freaking ostrich skin on it,
Yeah. And
it's
I'm
not
not.
gonna. It's not. I don't think you guys are judging by the quality of the sheath as long as it does its job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I would say this, and one of the things that we did change, and Blackie had said I would be the tiebreaker. I've got two guys there that will probably be the tiebreaker because I don't want anything being said. I'm as fair a person as there will be, but I think to keep this legit and for it to do what I want it to do, we're going to have a 5-man panel there, and then there will be myself, but there will be two guys like an oversight
Right.
that I trust. Mike
I think
Simmons.
personally, from outside looking in, I think you guys really got it down packed, and I think it's going to be fair. It's going to be judged the right way by the right people, and I think it should work out pretty well.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
know?
going to be great.
Yeah.
I think
What's
it
up,
can be a
Vlad?
game.
Thanks for joining us, buddy. Scab, a lot of people are sending their prayers for you and
Thank
Dad.
you.
Jimbo actually mentioned that as well. A couple of the people
I appreciate that, guys.
coming
I
in on the
really
5th.
do.
Yeah. So a lot of, just want to let you know, a lot of people putting that into the chat room. Monkey Mike Outdoors. So yeah, just want to let you know that.
Appreciate that,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So
He's feeling good. I'm taking them to lunch today. He's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you guys are meeting up today, which is excellent. Nerve for, you know what? This is great. Maybe we should do a morning one every once in a while, just to get a couple people in the room that don't, that actually work, late and they're not able to make it. So thanks for coming in, bud. That was really
Well,
cool.
the time zone thing, and
Yeah,
it's something that I never think about, Joe,
yeah,
until we started doing this.
yeah,
It's like with Work Tough Gear and their drops. They drop everything at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
yeah.
And yeah, we need to mix it up some, especially on the weekend, something like this. And thank everybody for being here again. We just want to have a lighthearted, fun thing. Kick off your Christmas Eve. I know everybody's got a ton going.
Yeah.
And thank y'all for sharing it with us. So the topic, the general discussion has been one brand for life, which I guarantee you, most people right off the top of their heads put it in. Guarantee they did.
Yeah, because but that's the thing. It either resonates with you, and it's always going to resonate with you because you're going to think, all right, but there's always going to be one brand that I think really stands out in your mind that you've been happy with. You love their stuff. You've used it. It's worked for you. But there are some that basically will have 2 or 3 that they don't know what to choose from. But there's really always one in your mind that says, you know what, this is definitely the brand. That's the amazing thing, And everybody's can be different, or everybody's can be similar. But it's a pretty interesting thing, and I was happy to do it. Happy to get the results from it.
Oh yeah, it was great. Sure.
Yeah.
It was a great short. There is one I wanted to kind of show, and Jason is messaging me now. I seen it pop up.
Thank you, Rusty. Thank you, Steph. Appreciate it for Scab. Thank you, Frog Man. Thanks, everybody.
This sax that was made by Jason Palmer. And I was just going to show this real quick. He made a taco style
This is the one you just did a review. You just put it out. Yeah.
But what I was going to say, as far as the sheath, he just did a taco style sheath.
Yeah.
With a tech lock on the back.
Right.
And if you got a little toaster oven,
yeah,
you can do it. But that's one that, and this, I think this is one of the reasons I'm so excited about this competition. Now, this is too big for the competition. It's not what we're looking for, but I'm interested to see people's ideas, their workmanship, their skill, and what they come up with. That's really what I'm interested to see. This thing tested really well, held up really well, and you can see the little flaws in it. And I think that's what makes it.
Right. Well, the good
You
thing
know,
is that the way you do your reviews, you're doing the same type of cutting onslaught that you would use for a work tough gear or a buck.
yeah,
You're using it for every knife that you review. So this way you know that, like, okay, when you go into that hose or whatever it is, this is how this performs compared to work tough gear or any other company. So it's at least it's uniform. You know, you can expect something from it, you know.
and I
Uh,
just I
Thank
wanted
you
to
to
bring that
Sean.
up.
Sean, thanks for the donation. Merry Christmas to
Thank you,
you,
buddy.
everybody. Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. So, Joseph, do you have or there's shit, I've called him every name, Billy from
Billy,
Apex Alchemy. Shout
Apex,
out
what's up,
to you,
buddy?
brother. Billy
Welcome to the
definitely
room.
making a knife for the contest. And I'll tell you this, another name that could have come up was Hornbeak. Hornbeak could have come up for a brand for life. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Fine
Well,
with that.
there's private companies too. I mean, there's a lot of private companies. Bradford Knives, people pick Bradford Knives,
It's a
which is
great one.
a great one there. Then I just and then these
Read
little
the
private.
list, Joe. Did you make a list?
Yeah, I have. I'll tell you right
Well,
now. It's Buck was popular. Work Tough Gear was very popular. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 7 people picked Work Tough Gear. Spyderco probably over 8 people. Emerson a couple people. Microtech, SE was chosen. A custom knife company I've never heard of before. It's called Jerry Hassam Custom Knives, which I have their site up. Arizona Custom Knives sells them, and very expensive, but very.
pull them up.
I'll bring them up. Yeah, I'll bring them up for you. I got him on the other screen there. Share screen. Jerry. There you go. So this is supplied, I guess, from Arizona Custom Knife Company. But a lot of these are pretty high-end knives. I mean, $1,000. I mean, they're not cheap. This one's about this Hogs and Horse. I'll bring this one up. It's about $1,600. But I mean, you could see there's a lot of just really intricate work done with these knives. But this is a private, private knife guy that's making knife that I've never heard of before.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, wood, micarta, nice drop point. Really, really nice looking stuff. You have that. Then you have Puma. Have you heard of Puma?
Yes.
Okay, because I have.
Oh,
This is the first time I've heard about them. Let me just see.
do you have them pulled up?
Let me see if I can pull them up.
Because
Puma Knife Company. Here you
I
go.
think they're out of Germany. I may be wrong.
Let me see. No, you're not wrong, bro. You know your shit. Legendary German steel blades.
Okay. Yeah, they're I'd heard of them, I think, a while ago from Kongs and Bases, which, by the way, if anybody has heard from Kongs and Bases,
Yeah.
please let him know we are asking about him. We're concerned. We just want it. Hey, I'm okay, something. He's a good dude. We haven't heard from him in months.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, they make a great knife, man.
So here's the Puma knife. Let me see if I can bring up to. I'll bring this up here. Fairly priced, around $300.
Okay.
Skinner. This is a nice Skinner here. But yeah, this is a company I've never heard of before. I mean, so that just it came up and people are into them. So Puma was chosen. Then you got
they're an older company too.
Yeah. Then you got obviously Kukri House, Cold Steel, overwhelming favorite. I mean, I would say overwhelming favorite was Cold Steel. Because if you think about it, if you look at Cold Steel, okay, and I'll bring this up, this donation from Warrior. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the donation. Really, really nice of you, man. I know this time of year it's hard too, and we appreciate that of you guys. That's really nice of you. He says, Merry Christmas, much love, always still working on the channel, tear down and rebuild. Hope to start making content again. Brandon Thrasher, and as always, keep on coming in, bro. And when you're ready to go, just let us know and we'll help you as well.
Yeah, bro.
Without a doubt. Thank you.
That's the biggest pile of bullshit that he had to go through.
Yeah. Really terrible. Really, really terrible. But it is what it is. We can't fight it. You got to just go with it.
Well, that's the thing that sucks is you can't defend yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that sucks about that. And Brandon's having to stay at a great channel, having to really redo, and that you know, and YouTube's over there with their thumb in their ass
Yeah.
because you
Carl,
want to.
Carl Rugers in the room. Carl,
Oh, what's
thanks for
up,
joining
buddy?
us. Top of the morning to you, buddy. Merry Christmas. I know this is a very special time of year for you and your family, and just enjoy it and have a great time and bless you guys. So, Carl, thanks for coming in here, buddy. Crusaders in the room. You know, everybody's we're just so happy that you guys took some time out from your busy schedules, you know, with the holidays to join us. This was really cool. But moving on with the list, Bradford Knives was also a big company. You know what? Somebody picked also Eco's Knives, and they're making a comeback. Eco's Knives is like, you know, like the little neck knives and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They're making a comeback. They're doing good. And BPS,
yeah,
Ukrainian company, BPS, which you know they make great stuff. I mean, and they're stepping up their game too. They're making some nice looking handles and stuff too now. More,
yeah.
you know, gripped, you know, more egos in their handles, more nice tight gripping, and they're not just like the normal wood, you know, straight handles. They're really stepping up their game a little bit more as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. And I think that's a natural progression too.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at a couple of theirs this morning.
Right.
Great little bushcrafters.
Bird, welcome into the room, Bird. Merry Christmas to you too. Thanks for coming in. Tommy Boy is in the room. Rusty, obviously, you've been here. Thank you. And somebody had mentioned in the comments somewhere, what would be Santa Claus's brand knife? I have an opinion on that. I think it would be Rosecraft plates.
You think so?
I don't know why. Just the red, just you know, the red, the whole thing with the red and the red. A
That
lot of their knives are red. I don't know why. I just
Andy
feel
looks
like
like
it's a Santa Claus knife. I don't know why.
Santa
That's,
Claus.
yeah.
Man, that's a good question.
Yeah. What would be his Santa Claus? Like, what would Santa Claus be? What would be his knife of choice to carry?
I think that would be a great regional question to see where, you know, from all over the world. I wonder, like Europe, you would think probably felt even.
Yeah.
And then the regions in America, there's no telling. I think Randall would be a good one for Santa Claus.
Yeah. Marbles. Somebody picked marbles in the chat room too.
Marble.
Marbles is good. Yeah. There's so many brands. It's just you
Yeah,
can't.
dude, it's crazy.
It's like anybody that brings something up, you're like, yeah, you know what? That's a great choice. That's a great choice. There's so many. Listen, we're blessed. I mean, to be a knife guy, it's either let me backtrack. It's either a blessing or a curse to
Yeah.
be a knife guy today. It's a blessing because there's a lot of options, a lot of great companies out there, but it's a curse because the list never ends. The list never ends.
We're absolutely in the golden age of knives, man.
100%.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what I'm leading to. I was leading to the point where we are so fortunate to be in this age where there are so many different knife companies and there are so many different opinions, and you can give valor and credit to everyone's option because there's credit to it. There's you can basically familiarize yourself, say, yeah, that's a great company as well. And that's the beauty of what we're going through today.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, man. There's I don't even know. Hundreds of thousands, maybe 100,000, maybe, because you got
Rockstead. I mean, look at that company, Rockstead. I mean, their folders are just.
yeah,
I mean, Jared has one. He got one for Christmas last year from his wife.
yeah,
I mean,
great
that
company.
knife is just to die for. I mean, what was that,
Yeah,
Japanese? I think Japanese made. It's a very, very high price folder. I think it's strictly Japanese made. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's in the thousands or something like that.
it's
That's another
gorgeous.
great knife. Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
You know. Kai's, yes, it is Japanese, Froggy.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Joseph, what you got? What we got left? We ran about 45
So,
minutes. That's
yes,
what
we
we wanted
wanted to do an hour, guys. We didn't want to make this go too long. We could obviously keep on talking forever, but it's Christmas Eve. You got your stuff to do. We all got our things to do. So we wanted to kind of stay on here an hour. So we're at the perfect time. And given the spirit of the holidays, guys, I wanted to do a giveaway for everybody. We got a pretty nice room here. So I think it's probably the right time. So I have this Rosecraft blade that I wanted to kind of put into the giveaway for today. And this is something I chose. I mean, listen, Andy all the guys, everyone at Rosecraft Blades. I'm just so fond of everybody there. They're all good people, good knife people. Obviously, SCAB and I are ambassadors, and he had asked me, I want to send you a knife or send all ambassadors a knife to basically do a giveaway, whatever. So he had said, what did you want to choose? So I basically chose, and I did a review on this as well, even though none of you guys watched it. I did a review on this Kafara. Okay, and this is nice. It's got the red pivot, red thumb studs, and this is completely brand new out of the box. I haven't touched this. This is all wrapped up in the bag. This is a great knife. This is actually a lot tougher than I thought it would be. This is probably one of their tougher second rounders.
That's actually one of my favorites of theirs because it's heavy duty. It's got a nice. I like that knife. I like that knife a lot.
This
again,
for some reason reminds me of the why can't I get it in my head right now? What is
Aries
this?
Rex.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, the Rex. Yeah, a little bit.
This one's got a little gentler sweep, more of an
Nice.
Eastern sweep on the Tonto. I really like that a lot.
Yeah, so we're gonna put
And
this
it's sharp as shit.
Huh?
That's
It
what
is sharp.
Rosecraft's been doing, is getting their sharpness right.
This one thing that amazed me about this the most when I did the review was the fact of how slicey this thing was. I mean, it really did a good job, and it held up. And I mean, I was a little aggressive with it, and it held up pretty well. I mean, I think that what Rosecraft Blades started doing with their second round of knives, they started listening to people and they started making knives that are a little bit more durable, or a little bit that you can push a little bit further. And that's cool. And listen, that's always a testament of a good knife company that listens to. And listen, they're a new company. That's the thing. They are pretty much essentially a brand new company, So they brought their first round out, which they did a good job with, but they listen to critiques. They listen to what people want, and I'm just happy about a lot of the tougher knives that they kind of brought out. And this is great. This is a great EDC knife. Very comfortable. It's got great action. Okay, this is brand new. It's still stiff, but it's wonderful. And and you could push this a little bit further, and it's cost effective. That's the thing too. It's also very cost. I think this is sub $100, if I'm not mistaken. Probably up $80. I don't even know, but I mean, they're all great prices. But this is basically what we're going to do for a giveaway, guys. So give me a second to actually bring up the StreamYard giveaway tool. I'll let you know what's a write in, and we'll do a giveaway for this knife.
I wanted to show y'all this while Joe's doing that. This was sent to me for review. Now, this one's already been sold.
Right.
John Nelson Griffith is the designer. This is the Dringer 5. It was made by Shade Indonesia. I'll be honest with y'all guys. There's very few people I've seen in the custom front that is that much better than Shaney. Shaney just does an amazing job. His shit's always sharp. It's always. Now, he does a lot of more basic kind of stuff, but man, he does it well. And that's just a great. I put up a short, of course. Is this the perfect self-defense knife? Guys, one thing I need y'all to understand, a lot of times it's not clickbait, but a lot of times I put stuff up because I'm curious. A lot of times I know the answers I'm going to get, but I want y'all to look at this pommel. So if you hold it this way, if you're stabbing this way, right there, that's perfect. If it's coming to you. So John really took the time. Now, John's an MMA guy. I can't remember who he fights for, but he does fight. But he thought of a lot of things. Plus, it's a sax style, which if you've watched the channel a lot, you know I'm a big sax fan. Just check this thing out, man. And if anybody wants one, I think Shaney's doing some customs. If you're not familiar with him, guys, at Shade Indonesia, dude's reputable. He's been right down the line with me, straight up, dude. All right. Thank you, Joseph. Giveaway tool. Did Joe leave us? Joe might have left us. Joseph has left the building.
Here we go.
There
Sorry,
it is.
guys. I thought I was in the room, but I wasn't. All right. So here's the giveaway tool. So you have to. The only thing I request is that if you could give me U.S. Northern American U.S. addresses. So if you have a U.S. address that you can give me, because it'll be easy to kind of send out, put in the word hashtag thank you, all lowercase. I don't think they're very case sensitive, but put just hashtag one word and thank you. That's what you want to put into the chat room right now. And then once you guys are all done, then I'll start putting in start collecting all the comments and stuff. So everybody at this point, put in hashtag thank you into the chat, and then we'll start equating everything up and doing the giveaway. So let's give you guys a couple minutes to do that as well. Stop this screen here. The one thing about Shade is the fact that Shaney, you know what, he's dedicated to his craft. He loves what he does, and he takes a lot of pride in what he does. And he just knows what people want, and he does. And he also has his own little style and own little niche as far as how he does things. It's kind of like, he reminds me a little bit of Jed Hornbeak, because Jed has his own little style, his own little approach of how he approaches making knives. Okay. And he just puts it out there. And if you love it, you love it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But he's also starting to show us the last knife he sent you, because I'm really digging that one, man. That freaking
Which one?
The Jed's last knife that he sent you, the
short rib.
Yeah, that thing is freaking awesome, man. I love that thing. That shows a little bit of his style, but also more conform to what people like. I mean, that's a Jed knife, man. You know?
That's a Hornbeak, man.
What steel did he put on there? Do you know?
Yeah, CPM D2.
D2.
Billy from Apex Alchemy literally lives right down the road from Jed.
Lucky, too lucky.
Yeah. Well, that'd be another blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing, guys, and from my understanding, there's going to be a signature line coming out, or a line coming out that he don't know it yet, but Captain Electro and I collabed on a thing. Cap made a knife, kind of our design together. So Jed said, "Scab, what kind of?" So I sent a picture of the knife that Cap made. So we're going to have, I think Jed's making a few of those that'll be coming out.
Awesome.
So it'll be like me, Cap, Jed, that kind of thing. But yeah, Hornbeak's one of my favorite. And here's the thing about Jed, it's not just about making knives. He's just a damn good dude, man. Damn good dude. And like you said, I think you nailed it, Joe. Both he and Shaney, this is what they do, guys. They create just like art, and they put it out there. Right. When I talk to Jed, he goes, Scab, I'm just not interested in doing a bunch of customs and what people, he said, I don't want to go down that path. He said, because inevitably it gets stressful. People aren't happy, blah, blah, blah. He goes, this way I can just create. I put it out into the world, and he does. And guys, listen real quick, and I'll shut up when we do the giveaway. I've not seen a custom maker that can beat Jed on the sheaths. It's not even close.
Bar none, man. Bar none.
It's not even close.
Bar none. And he's just getting better and better at it too. I mean, we're talking about how many years ago the Scabber came in, and back then he was already making some amazing ones, And
that might be the best sheath of all time. Oof. Seriously. Oof. His leather work is just.
And if people like it, he is making that. He is making it. He's actually putting different skins now. He's actually putting some ray skin on there. Yeah. So which is cool. So he's changing it up a little bit more as well.
There are. I think he does have 3 or 4 stabbers. My War Dagger. And here's the thing, guys, with Jed, if you contact him, I don't know what he's charging, but I know if you contact him, you work it out with him. That's the other thing that I like about Jed.
Right. Guys, the hashtag thank you, try to also put it in without any other words, just in case it doesn't find you. So if you put in like hashtag thank you and you wrote something after that, it might not find you. So make sure you just put hashtag thank you alone in a comment. So I think it's able to find you. And I think regardless if you're on my channel or SCAB channel, I see you in the chat. So you'll be able to get chosen. I don't think it should be a problem there as well. But I'm going to give you guys another 35 seconds to to put in hashtag thank you if you haven't done it yet. I know a couple of people still doing it now. John Peters, thanks, buddy. Angelo, there's a couple of people in it. You know what, Angelo? Who's Angelo? He's my relative. I don't think he is. Who's Angelo? No, I thought it was my nephew. That's not him. Because I know he's in town. He came in from Texas. He's actually my nephew. He lives in Texas. He became a dentist, and he came in town for the holidays. So I don't know if he was in my chat room, but no, it's not him. But Angelo, thank you for coming in, bud. Short Sharp. Guys, come on, man. Hurry up, man. You guys are putting in your things now. Maybe some people just joined, so I'm glad you guys are in. So we'll leave it going for a little bit longer. Because we want to end this off at around an hour for everybody. But what are your plans, Scab? So obviously you're going to go see your parents, which is great. A little bit later.
We're taking mom and dad. I think I'm going to take them. I don't think we're going to Rosecraft for lunch. That's my Christmas present to them. I'm the world's worst Christmas present giver. I mean, I suck at it. Megan and Meg's the only chick in the world who's ever said, hey, we do enough for each other during the year. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day at all. Never have. And like this year, we're just going to hang out. You know,
right.
If she wants something during the year, I'll buy it. If I want something. So it's like for Christmas, it's more. So we're going to chill. What you got going on?
It's just funny. Angelo just commented. It says, he goes, I'm also from Texas, but I'm not a dentist. That's pretty coincidental there. So yeah. I'm actually just doing the whole split up thing. I got my kids tomorrow, so we're spending the whole day tomorrow, most of the week together. Today, probably doing some, you have to appease everybody. Italian families, you got to go here, there, and everywhere. So
you're on the run today.
I'm all over. Tomorrow, I gotta go into Staten Island, and then I have to come from Staten Island to Brooklyn, and just we're going to be floating around a lot. But it is what it is. It's Christmas.
Now, is it snowing up there, Joe, or is it just cold?
It's not snowing. It's actually it's not even cold. It's not even really cold. It's probably I think right now actually it's pretty warm. Right now it's around 45.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably going to be in the 50s pretty much most of the day today. It's actually been pretty mild for the most part up here. It hasn't been too bad. Drops down here and there, but hopefully we don't have snow. I don't mind the cold, Scab. I just don't want to. I just hate the damn snow. When it snows here, it just.
I've never seen anybody that lives in it love it.
No, it's just it's not. It's the people. All right, you know the people who love the snow. The people who don't have to clean it up.
Yeah.
The people who don't shovel and don't clean it up. Oh yeah. I hope it snows. Yeah, all right. Because your ass is not going out there to freaking shovel. That's why you like the snow.
Well, I hate it, but it's like 65 here, 70. So
that's absolutely wonderful. I'll take 65 all freaking year round, man. Froggy says I love the snow. All right, if you got to clean it up and you still love it, more power to you, man.
I love it. I told JR yesterday he's going on a big hunting trip with his brother.
Yeah,
and actually, at some point, Dad's having that surgery January 5th. I think Meg's family's coming in the last weekend. But at some point, this weekend this month or next, I'm going over to Alabama to do a cold weather camp with Blackie. And we're going to try to shoot a lot of videos off of it this time.
Right.
So I think it's going to be, it ain't going to be, it's South Alabama, but it's colder than it is here. So we're going to try to pick a weekend where it's cold,
right,
and do some shit.
John Peters, Merry Christmas, buddy. Thanks for coming in,
John.
All right, guys. So listen, let's do the giveaway, man. So again, hashtag thank you, one word. Hopefully, you guys will put in your selections there. I'm going to bring up the share screen here. Give me a second. Giveaway tool. And let's hope this thing works here. Let's start collecting. All right, guys. So I'm going to start collecting data. Oh, I got to do it on the side. Okay. All right. So we got about 28 entries. Guys, there's 44 people in the room. I'm hoping it's because maybe you're not in the States. There's 44 people in the room, guys. So I'm going to probably start entering it now, but we're going to start drawing it now. We got 28 entries here. So let's put that in for the Kafara from Rosecraft Blades, guys. So let's draw that in. And again, thank you to all of you, and good luck to the to all you for the winners. All right, so let's draw this. Okay, Steve. Sabo. Congratulations, buddy.
Great dude.
Congratulations.
Hey, is Tommy Boy still in the room?
Tommy Boy, not sure. Tommy Boy, if you're still in the room, comment so I could bring you guys up. So
You got to
Sabo,
Tommy Boy, and then we're gonna have to get. If Tommy Boy's in the room, just say I'm here. And while he's doing that, guys, man, Merry Christmas to you guys. Love y'all. Are you putting out any content, Joe, or are you running?
probably not this weekend. I have my kids this week, so I don't know how much I'm going to be putting out, but I have some Phobos knife, the Alaris that I want to kind of put into run it through a ringer.
Well, it should surprise no one. I'm going to do reviews every day. So that being said, man, y'all listen, enjoy your time with your family. I love you. I mean that. I can be an ass. I know that. A lot of times I say stuff that comes off wrong or I come off harsh. Yeah. But I want you guys to know Frisbee.
No, it's Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy's here.
Dude. Okay, Tommy Boy, I want you to email Joe your address, and I'm going to send you a kafara as well. So Merry Christmas to you, man. Email Joe your address. I'll make sure you get a kafara.
All right, so Sabo too. So for the winners, if you guys can email me at, I'll try to put it in here actually. Let me bring it on screen. That would make a lot more sense. Even though we still have the Blade Talk email going.
Well, whichever one's easy.
Let's do that. Let's do the Blade Talk email. I think it was Blade Talk 22.
Do we still have that channel up?
Yeah, it is still up. Because there's a lot of videos on there. I got to figure out a way to kind of get the videos out.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that, and we'll talk about it more later. But I think what I'm going to do with that is figure out how to get into it and just start posting short after short after short over there, and experiment with it. We got it. We might as well use the damn thing. Guys, the reason we did it this way, just real quick, the reason we decided to start doing Blade Talk on our channels again, it drives more traffic. Joe's channel's growing, mine is growing, and it's a wider net. Plus, trying to get people to find Blade Talk and all that crap. It's for you guys that have channels, you know how hard it is to maintain one channel.
Yeah.
And we're all over the place. Yeah. But having
Blade
said
Talk 22 is actually just checked it. It's Blade Talk 22 at gmail.com. And you should be able to have access. If you don't, I'll get you in there. And email us, the Sabo, Tommy Boy, email us that, you won at the live, obviously, and then get me your address and all that stuff. And then we'll get that over to you. And I think it's going to be probably after Christmas at this point, obviously, probably sometime next week. Yeah, sometime next week we'll probably get that out. Yeah. And also, shout out to Frogman, Freedom Frog. He donated for your donation.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Listen, not much. Don't even mention that. It just listen. Thank you, man. It's just really nice of you.
And we appreciate it.
It's just all the thought. Doesn't matter at all. But without a doubt, it's guys. Listen, Merry Christmas, Happy belated Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy holidays. It's a nice kickoff to the holiday season. I'm hoping that we can get back together before the new year, maybe, if possible. We'll try to see if we could do like a New Year thing.
Aren't we going to try to get the guy from Colonial?
We're trying. I don't want to make any definites because I haven't heard from him yet, but we're trying to get the guy from Colonial, Steve, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
To come in and maybe try to do something maybe for Wednesday if possible. And that'll be hopefully all, pre-New Year's, Blade Talk that we got coming in next. So to everybody in the room, you guys know who you are. Thanks for joining us. I hope you had a great time spending New Year's Eve with us. Spent about an hour, which is great. Everything is kind of working out as planned. SCAB, enjoy your time with your parents. Much love to your parents.
Thank you,
obviously,
brother.
We're going to be speaking before the, surgeries and stuff like that. But and thank you to everyone that also sent their prayers and blessings to SCAB's dad in the room. That was very nice of you. And listen, we love you all. We really do. We appreciate you guys all. And Merry Christmas and happy holidays. and have a great day with your families and friends, man. Scab, hang out afterwards. But
Merry Christmas, guys. Love y'all.
have a good one, guys. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Thanks.